Our guest is considered one of the most powerful persons in Canadian media. First heard in our homes on CBC Radio, then was recruited by the Parliamentary Bureau of the country's largest newspaper, and then to CTV. And it was during this time that she hosted Canada AM. She would eventually return to the CBC, where she became the first Canadian woman to co-anchor the nightly national news. Any guesses? Please welcome Miss Pamela Wallin.
Very, very nice to
Pamela,
meet you.
Jason,
Lovely to
Judy.
meet you. Great to meet you. I'm thrilled
Gabor.
to Gabor,
Pamela
nice to
Wallin.
meet you. Wonderful. So what are you going to do to me?
I think, first of all, going to decide how and where you will be positioned.
Should we leave that to the experts?
Yes, I think we should. I think we should.
When I first started in television and announced quite vociferously that I would not cut my hair and that I would not put any makeup on, and that presumably I'd been hired for my brain, and had that little conversation. And then I remember the first time I looked at myself on videotape, on camera, without makeup, and I said, okay, you're right. We're gonna put a little makeup on that face.
We have to be very careful when one paints a beautiful person, not to be overcome by the beauty. The painting has to be somehow rougher, somehow more expressive.
I wish I could see.
Yes.
But I do understand that
Yes.
what you're talking about, because it's the same thing when you're doing an interview. I mean, you can have the person there with all the predictable questions and they can give you all the predictable answers, but you want to dig deeper.
Yeah.
You know, you want to get more
Yeah.
of them out, and you want your audience to be able to see that and feel that.
Now, are you a very private person, Pamela?
There are times when you wish you had a little more privacy, where you could go to the store on Saturday looking like hell and not have people point that out to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
On the other hand, there have been times when it's been very powerful. When I was diagnosed with cancer,
Yes.
and being a public person gave me a platform, which I chose to use,
Right.
to encourage other people to go and get tested and do all of those things. To me, that always outweighs the violation
Yeah.
of your private life,
Yeah.
when you know that publicly you can do a lot of good if you put your mind to it. I certainly am one of the lucky ones, there's no question, and it gave me, in many respects, a second chance. I mean, I thought in my own mind, if you get through this, there's a reason. You know, you're
Yeah.
not finished doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
And ironically, my surgery was delayed by the events of 9/11.
Oh, my God.
And then the next thing that happens is the Prime Minister phones and says, will you be our Consul General in New York? And the penny just dropped.
There you
It was
go.
like, okay,
Oh, my
thank you.
goodness.
That's why, you know, there's more work to be done. And I felt so connected, and so why them and why not me?
Yeah. Yeah.
So then you say, okay, now what do I do? You know, the whole, I don't know, call it pay it forward, call it
Yeah.
whatever it may be, but there certainly is a reason.
Okay, I think you'll be very relieved to know, Pamela, this is it. You are done. You have done your duty
I'm not
for today.
done yet because they are going to go away for 2 weeks
I know.
now.
That's
And
right.
I haven't seen anything.
I know, and you won't. for
Did I
another
not
2
mention to you that I
weeks.
was a control freak? Did I not make that clear? This has been amazing.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank
get
you.
to know these incredible people who work under extraordinary circumstances. We
Yes.
think we have it tough in television a lot,
I
but
know.
this is really tough.
I know, and they've
Yeah.
been amazing. It's been absolutely pleasant. Thank you. We will see in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
When you get to see the finished product. Welcome back to Star Portraits, and welcome back to Pamela Wallin.
Thank you. This is very nerve-wracking.
It is.
Yes, it is. You know, you're on stage. I've been on television. Those images are fleeting,
Yes.
not captured forever on canvas.
I know.
I'm a little concerned.
Oh, don't be concerned. I think you'll be very happy.
We can't let the audience do it, could we?
No.
Okay.
Only you can choose. I will reveal each painting one at a time, and then you'll choose one to keep for
All
your very
right.
own. Okay.
I'm ready.
Here we go.
don't know what to say. I just don't know what to say. It's so odd to see yourself reflected back.
Must be.
I look like my mother.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, I didn't, isn't that funny?
Do you normally think you look like your
No, I
mother?
don't.
Isn't that something?
Yeah, it's great. Okay, it's amazing.
Number 2.
That's sort of very, I don't know, contemporary. I look like an action figure. I don't know, wow. Isn't that interesting? I mean, you look at these two and it's a completely different interpretation.
Yes,
Is that it?
Of course. Of course.
This is really difficult. Have you ever done this?
No.
No, yeah.
And
Okay,
I do
don't.
feel for you. Truly, I think it's difficult.
Yeah,
Number 3.
I'm ready. Okay. You recognize the eyes,
Yes.
but
Yes.
what's the message? Am I disconnected? No, I'm not disconnected. How bizarre.
It must be.
It is truly.
So there you go.
This is very difficult.
Well, I'll give you a few minutes, okay? Okay. I will let you be with the paintings, which you can think about it, and then I will come back with the artists, and you'll have a chance to share your thoughts
Okay.
with the artists.
And I'll find out who's who?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then you can tell them your decision.
Thank
Okay?
you.
All right.
I just would have never imagined it. I mean, I think of art in a very traditional way. I'm going to sit there with my hands folded on my lap, and they're going to dutifully paint it. So you see these 3 very different techniques, but it's difficult seeing yourself disembodied in a way. I don't know how they did it. It's an impossible task for them, and yet they've all done it. And I think they each saw a different kind of me. And that's true. That's really true.
Here they are, your artists.
You guys are all amazing. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. And I know which one is yours. No,
Who did you think did what?
I thought Jason did that one.
You're kidding. Is that right?
I did. You know, this is just your own stereotype. You think, I saw Jason doing all those weird things when he was getting ready to paint this, and I thought, that's what'll come out. It'll come out.
Isn't that funny? Now, what did you think?
All right. This one, Judy's work is, and you weren't in the room, but when I looked at it, I said, there's my mother, right? I see her because you remember your family at kind of the age when you leave home and get on with your life, and they remain, I don't know, in a freeze frame for you. And so and some days I do look more like her, and some days I look more like my father, but I think you really sort of captured that. And Jason's piece feels like, and I was searching for the words, but it's like a piece of celluloid. I feel like it's, you know, one of those characters, Wonder Woman something, and there should be a bubble by my head there that says, oh my God, I have to catch a plane. Oh, I need some sleep. Whatever it is, it's sort of the story of my life there, because that's where I've lived. I've lived in this world. And Gabor's piece, this is amazing, because in a way the eyes are the way in to anybody that you meet or know, and when you engage with them. And so they're separate, but they're there, they're real. I even recognize that. And I thought it was kind of interesting that the mouth was separate, because in a way I have talked for a living, and in a way it's kind of represented, you know, a professional part of my life. So they're all completely different.
Yes. Now's the time to let us know what you've decided. Which piece would you like to keep for your own?
I'm going with the bubble gum. I can't thank you enough. You've been extraordinary. I don't know, I would never be willing to put myself on the line in the way that you have. I mean,
Wow.
yeah. It's really, you've really been tested in an amazing way. It's fun. Thank you.
Thank you.
I didn't Google anybody. I didn't look at their work. I didn't want to do any of that because that wasn't the process. The process was the four of us with Louise in a little bonding experience. And it isn't the same as asking someone or commissioning someone to paint your portrait and then hanging it over the fireplace or in a hallway or something. This was actually about us all getting to know each other.